Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the end of our little adventure here today in the Griftlands. We did see the same final enemy on day 1 as we did on the last run, but in Sal's story, I feel like I should mention there are at least two different bosses you could fight at the end of each day, so it might just be bad luck that we saw the same one again. Let's see what Pengamont has in terms of coins here on day 2. Seeker's coin, the Psychic coin that we used last time, the Bogged coin. I mean, we definitely at least move up to the Bogged coin, but do I want to go to Seeker's coin instead? Draw a card or deal 2 damage? I kind of think I do. I think draw a card is broadly better than apply 2 composure. Alright. So we should report to our friend whose name I cannot remember his name for the life of me. You know, the bad guy. We should report to the bad guy again, I suppose. What if instead of trying to untangle all of this crossing and double crossing and uncrossing and whatever, we just killed everyone we met? Doesn't that sound like a good plan? Alright, let's do some dirty work. Ah, how the tables have turned, eh? A pack of auto dogs has malfunctioned and is terrorizing the bog. Hey, we know how to fight auto dogs. The executives keep wondering when we'll come up with another automech, you know. Our most successful enterprise, and it was brought to us by a laborer. Listen, we don't need text. Go fight dogs. I got it. Alright. Hold on a second. I wanted to see about buying a thing from this guy. What stuff do you have available? It's all items, right? Sal, the other character, has way easier access to just, like, cards. You can't really buy a lot of cards in this guy's adventure, which makes it a little bit harder to sculpt your deck. Alright, Viren. Hey, Viren, how's it going? He should teach us a lesson, he thinks. Well, we're not really working with the Rise, but it would be good to have another hand here. Also, I gotta limit how much damage I'm taking over the course of the day. It would be nice if I got to the fight at the end of this day with more than 15 health. Alright, so... I suppose we just... No, wait. Foot Rationale doesn't even really do anything for us. Yeah, we really want to gamble. So I guess let's just go Mirrored Call It, even though it is a little bit more expensive than I would like. And then we have Free Dig plus... Oh, I should have done this first. Whatever, who needs to be good at sequencing? It was certainly a lot of damage. So yeah, you don't need quite as much composure if your plan is to kill everyone you meet, because then you refill all of your resolve through violence. The way God intended. You know... I'm not actually sure if I want to do a rig. Maybe let's do 2 draws and a discard. Show me something else to work with here. Boy, we did not get much. Well... I guess I could have discarded the Rant. We definitely can't play the Rant. Oh no, sorry. This isn't the one I was thinking of. We totally do want to play Rant. It's like we play Rant to discard... It doesn't really matter what. This Rationale, and then we have a reasonable snag, and if we flip snails on this, we can discard the Call It to at least get Jargon to fire once. Fired on the wrong target, though. Here we go. This is the card I thought it was. The one where you spend your dominance. Do we have a way of getting more dominance first? Yeah, we could War Story. It's not guaranteed to work the way I want it to, though. Okay, that's pretty good. I feel like this process could be shortcutted a little bit if the game just looked forward and realized that I have enough guaranteed damage to get the kill, so we don't need to do the flips. Alright, yeah, we want to keep it on snails. I guess that's why all the red cards have snails on them, is because they're the suit of snails. Do all the green cards have somebody's head on them? Gamble, attack with this card again on Snail. This seems good. Alright, we work with this guy to go and fight some dogs. I wonder if we'd even be able to track the dogs without him. Alright, this should not be terribly difficult, right? We know how this goes. Ooh, Wildfire is actually kind of interesting. Let's discard Shock Core. We're probably not going to do that. And Ricochet might be okay. I probably don't want... there's probably no version of this where I'm playing the 2 blasts. I was hoping that we might be able to get more of a setup for Wildfire. I wonder if instead we maybe just kick one robot apart and then... I guess if I kick... Because we're going to try to take down this guy, right? Since we want our charges and the free defense that comes with them. So maybe the right way to do this is to apply some burn to him. And then blast him. And then we just go ahead and wildfire him. Because now he has enough burn on him that he dies. And actually, this will be pretty good because they'll all deal burn damage to each other, right? Yeah, yeah, maybe Wildfire is a pretty good pull. I will say that's kind of horrifying. If they weren't robots, that would be a real human rights violation, that thing we just did. Well... what is the most effective way to do this? First of all, I guess, which dogs are attacking me? Okay, so that guy only needs to take 1 damage, which we can do by putting burn on anyone. Like, let's do this. We'll hit you for 2 to 3, apply 3 burn, get a charge off of you, you're dead now. And that also kills him. And then we can shovel for a whole bunch of defense. I don't really feel like that's the best thing to do. Let's do this, soften this guy up, and then shovel him hard enough to die. Okay. So that'll just leave this guy alive at a very small amount of health. Yeah, this burn thing, it's working. It's actually very effective. Okay, so if we crank, we will have the overcharge necessary to get a good surge coil off. I'm not sure if the second attack will go somewhere else. I guess this is a good opportunity to test. It's pretty low stakes. Which dogs are attacking me? Yeah. Let's see if the second attack will go somewhere else or if it's just wasted. Okay, yeah, he's not smart enough to retarget. Good to know. Well, that being the case, let's just put a little bit of damage on this guy so that our ally will finish him off. And then sadly, he gets bit a whole bunch of times. Oh no, who could have seen this coming? Whatever could have been done. Firestorm is really good here. He's burning for lethal. You are also dead. I guess I could have deep bog secreted there. Alright, let me draw my deep bog secret. Ah, I do not get the chance to make up for my foolishness. Well, let's definitely play ammo pouch. Draw. It's kind of hoping to get to get deep bog secret back. Well, do we want to level up burner or surge coil? Burner's closer to being capped. I'm assuming that the upgrades will be like one version does more damage and the other version does more burn. Apply 2 burn per charge spent plus 2 or hits all enemies. That is interesting. I think I'm still looking to just build up a big stack and then we can firestorm it if we want to do that, or we can wildfire it if we want to do that thing. Apply burn equal to the damage dealt by this card. If the target has burn, gain 2 charge. That's actually a pretty good card for us. That's like a really good card for us, actually. Alright, the Rise needs those cores. Obviously, I am... I mean, this is not a secluded enough area for me to get away with killing Viren, huh? The thing is, we're sort of leaning into a particular way of playing this character. Yeah, alright. This time we're totally just going to kill him. Discard stuff. Who needs defense? Also, I'm not going to throw a Lumen Grenade at Viren. That's just not happening. Alright. Give me all the charge. I should have shoveled him first. Let's try to level up Brain Burn a little bit. I have so much charge and so much defense. He has to take 6 damage. And then we may as well try to level up our hunker down. Sorry, Viren. No one's surviving this. I'm going to be the only person in Groutbog. That's how we'll solve this problem. All allies start battle with additional panic. Well, that doesn't matter. What's an ally, anyway? Ooh. Just straight up apply stun, deal damage. That's a great card. Destroy after 1 use, but still really, really good. Do we need another accelerant? Is that a real thing? I honestly think I might just decline to take a new card. Yeah, a 3rd accelerant is probably too many. Alright, so we gain the killer, gain 1 dominance while in hand. Hey, that's pretty handy. And another aggressive. Which we will deal with, you know? Alright. Good news. I killed everyone. Can't have a workers' rebellion if there's no no workers and also no people to rebel against. 80 shills. Come on, man. You can't do better than 80 shills. Alright, we could talk to the quartermaster about hiring Automax, but that's not how we do this. Rook is a lone wolf, and he's like that because he kills every person he meets. Alright, what about you? Almost done for the day? The Barons are moving some spark through the bog at night. Go help a Rise cell capture it. Okay, this is a new thing. We've not seen this before. The Barons move spark through the bog at night, thinking that the darkness protects them. It does not. We are the bog. One of our cells is ready to strike, but they're down a fighter. Go make sure they succeed. I'm into it. Let's do it. Let's do it. This seems like an opportunity to be violent. I guess we should check in on the provisions store here, but I can't imagine we'll buy anything. I don't actually appreciate the deep bog, is the thing. You know what? Maybe we do just give it back, because I'm not going to... I don't care about the panic thresholds. I'm just killing everybody anyway. Yeah, sure. I'll give it back. Here, take it. Deep bog is never wrong. It's just sometimes less right than usual. I kind of was hoping we were going to get something in exchange there. Oh well, now we know. Oh, there is this shock box. We didn't actually end up getting any use out of it last time. Yeah, I'll just hold on to the money. I don't know what we'll use it for, but I will hold on to it. We'll accumulate a big pile of it, and then we'll build ourselves some new friends, because we're going to need them on account of having killed everybody else. You find the ambush spot, and the Rise cell that's waiting there. Intruder detected. It's a robot dressed as Rise. Wait, who's that? Calandra sent me. She said you could use some help. Oh man, do I ever. We're a bit, understaffed here. Kibi gestures at a fellow Rise member's corpse stuffed unceremoniously behind a bush. Hey, what happened there? What happened to your friend? We weren't friends. I barely knew the guy. He was trying to adjust the Cobblebot here and it went off. Wait, the robot killed him? I'm not sure these things are worth the trouble. Sorry, can we talk about this robot? We liberated it from the last patrol that we hit. It mostly works. Until it goes off and kills someone. Well, like I said, it mostly works. Okay. What are we ambushing here? Probably just a couple barons. They keep the transport caravans small to avoid attention. Any chance we can resolve it without a fight? Very out of character. Probably not. There's a bounty on us, Rise, so they're going to be gunning for that once they see us. Well, okay then. Let's ambush them. I do not trust this robot. Oh, be careful what you say around this thing. Hide and wait for your target. It doesn't take long. Something's not right here. Select all. Destroy. Why would they make it say that out loud? Drop the loot and reach for the sky, barons. And why should we do that? I think we can handle the likes of you. Should we go for an intimidate? This fight looks like it could be really dangerous. Let's go for the intimidate first. But it is so fun to use all of our fire. You know what? This rook is a total psycho. Absolute madman. What do we not want this turn? Well, I certainly don't want that. And honestly, it doesn't look like a stun's all that necessary this turn either. Most of them aren't even attacking. So lots of status effects will be applied. Everybody's just doing status stuff. Well, let's ammo pouch, looking for plus charge maybe? Not quite. We'll take the trace around. It'll be charge neutral because we'll just put it on the guy who has the mark. And then we will also hit him with mantle. And then we will also firestorm. That's a pretty decent amount of starting damage. Okay. So the Cobblebot will only attack this person, but the reticle gets removed if I hit them with a maneuver. Well, this is awkward. I'm going to take a huge amount of damage here. And we don't really have a lot of good ways of gaining charge this turn. Yeah, I'm just going to take a huge amount of damage. Okay, well, we can spend that charge and at least get a little bit more defense. And actually, okay, so we're just going to continue working this guy over. Because we desperately need to work the mark thing. Alright, so we're at 6 defense now. We just blast him. We could wildfire. I mean, we should, right? Give everybody 4 burn. And then I have 8 total defense, which is not enough. I still take 14 damage, jeez. Wow, look at how high this guy's panic threshold is. I mean, I guess that's the effect of that thing, but that sucks. That's a really high number. Let's boosted accelerant to set up the crackle, which gives me enough overcharge for surge coil to be really good. We gotta get one of these people off the table. It's all coming from him. Yeah, I just can't damage him quickly enough. This is actually a very difficult fight. Not aided by the fact that my teammates are not getting attacked at all. The Lumen Grenade seems like a really good idea. How does this work when I attack this target? I think the Lumen Grenade probably will count. But we want to overcharge really hard, right? Like, Induction Crank. Then throw the Lumen Grenade for 9 to 19 damage on everyone. It does not hit the mark. That's a shame. And then this will give me a bunch of defense, and will almost kill this guy. 10 defense, still not nearly enough. Okay, we'll be able to get him and maybe her down on this next turn. What has been done to me? I've been static shocked. Well, that seems bad. We don't need to shock core. Okay, we can save him pretty easily. So let's hair trigger. I would normally ammo pouch first, but because of that static shock thing, I want to make sure we hit our damage. Okay, now we can ammo pouch, because I don't too much mind discarding a shock core. Deep breath is definitely interesting. Yeah, let's deep breath. A little bit of concentration be good for us. And I don't think I want to play the shock core. I think we want to hold on to our shock core. Ooh, the next attack on this fighter deals double damage. So let's start stacking up the burn. I guess it doesn't really matter who we do it on. You give up on 7 damage. Yeah, this works. So we do this, then we lay more burn on you. Ah, discarded the wildfire, that sucks. That was gonna be really good. You guys are all cowards. Alright, well, we do have overcharge, so this seems pretty alright. And it did take both of the marks. That's lovely. Unfortunately, we don't actually have a lot of damaging attacks left over here. But I mean, he's already dead, right? Yeah, or rather, he's going to surrender. So we may as well hunker down for the XP on hunker down. And then induction crank, because it's fun to use. And they're just chain defending. What a bunch of cowards. Yep, all allies lose morale at the end of your turn. Doesn't matter. Also doesn't matter. So apparently the Kradeshi Spark Barons all have this same bane. That might not even be the intended design. It's just the way it is now while things are still early. We did not gain any resolve because we were not missing any resolve. I think I will take a Spark Cannon. We used the old one, so let's go ahead and grab that. I don't think I want to take another Shock Core. But I do want to upgrade this. So yeah, more burn or more damage. I think I want more burn. And on this one, we definitely take boosted trigger. Do not want to be spending charge unnecessarily. And here, do we even want to take anything? How many cards are in my battle deck right now? 24? That's already enough that it's kind of inconsistent. I think we skip. Starting to get a reputation for violence. Well, I should be. When this card is drawn, convert 1 influence to dominance. Okay, so we do have a use for influence. Also, you know, aggressive. We did it. Thanks for your help, Grifter. I'll take it from here. At least somebody appreciates my demeanor. Hey, Kalandra, the ambush was really, really successful. Like, so successful, you have no idea. Alright, at the start of a battle, apply Scanned to a random enemy. That's pretty cool. Or we could take the Parietal Integrator, which is just rejig, but for negotiations. Honestly, I'm inclined to take things that make us better at battle, not because we need to be, like, we're already way better at battle than we are at negotiations, but because we know we'll have a difficult battle ahead, and I might die. I'm worried about dying. A peaceful clearing in the bog where we could recover resolve doesn't really sound like the thing we need right now. I guess the desolate battlefield is... it's probably free loot. Let's hope that free loot is a healing item of some kind. As you're walking down the road, you spot a Hessian priest approaching you. Have you accepted Hesh into your soul? No, absolutely not. You're ridiculous. Yeah, let's remove a combat card from our deck. We definitely have combat cards that I would like to get rid of. Just like general stuff, like Blast. Honestly, a low experience Blast is probably the thing that's going. It could be Kick. It can be kind of awkward with the 2 points, or with the 2 action cost. Now let's take out this random low-level thing. I guess, actually, with our overcharge working the way it does, maybe we want lots of cheap attacks, though? Yeah, I probably should have taken out the Kick. Ah well. I mean, neither one of them are cards we actually want in the deck, right? Come across signs of a recent battle. If there were any winners, they weren't the type to loot the battlefield. Bodies are still fresh. Best to grab something and run before any beasts are drawn to the thing. Ooh, that's interesting. There's a combat drone that we could use once, or a vial of slurry, which is not really great. Yeah, I want this thing. We have one combat... Oh, we do not have a combat mod slot left. So we would actually have to lose something. Do I think it's better than applying scanned to a random enemy? Probably not, honestly. I guess let's take the combat drone. Struggle with the crate, but you're soon joined by the first of the scavengers. Well, that's not ideal. We're not going to use our combat drone right now, I don't think. I would like to save the guerrilla tactic for a more difficult fight as well. Even though this, like, it's not like this fight isn't going to be difficult at all. Alright, so that gets us totally cool on defenses. Boy, this is not very good. I'll mark you as well. So they both have that point of evasion, right? That's what these guys do. So my inclination is to not even bother attacking them. I guess this is whenever you attack the target, draw a card, not when you hit. Kind of curious. Okay, so you do get to draw the card even if you don't actually make contact. But yeah, mostly what we're doing this first turn is just like waiting them out. Alright, now we're actually fighting. So boosted firestorm's pretty good here. And then after that... No, we probably want to shovel first, right? Because I want the defense. Yeah, because we're not going to gain a lot of defense this turn. Then we firestorm you. And then that's enough to defeat you already. So we just throw an accelerant on the other guy? Or actually, Surge Coil is going to do a lot of damage here. Yeah, that constant wounding can be really dangerous. It's not really dangerous here, obviously, but it can be really dangerous. Well, we probably want a Wildfire first. Yeah, he only has 3 effective health. Just trying to make sure I'm getting XP on my cards here. Okay, you are defeated. So I hunker down. Alright, we took like 1 damage there. That's not so bad. We definitely go for the upgraded version of Ammo Pouch rather than the wide version. No, probably not, right? Yeah. I don't think we need any more cards, frankly. Alright, I think we're gonna have to go eat. We're just, we're too wounded to go on, probably. So we can buy a meal. It will add a bloated card to our battle deck, but it's 15 health, and I don't think we honestly cannot do it. So the bloated card is just a garbage card that costs 2 to get rid of. I'm considering doing another one. Yeah, let's do it. Not really the way I wanted to do that, because obviously it might make us a little bit less effective in combat, but I don't know that we had a lot of options there. And then we may as well go to the black market and spend these shills on a negotiation card, right? Or on a negotiation graft. Start of each turn, prepare a card. That's 300 shills? Hold on. Do we get paid again between now and the end of the day? I guess let's start the thing up. Let's see, because we're definitely going to get told to... We might not get paid again. We may not get any more money. You jot quickly. Oh, yeah, in the bird scratch. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we totally get paid again. Okay, so we will be able to buy the expensive graft. I forgot about this. And I'm assuming there's a couple of different jobs that can pop up at each of these decision points, because that is consistent with the design of the other character. We are seeing some pretty similar stuff here, though. Alright, so we know this guy's deal. We do not want to share a drink with him. does not help us to do so. Alright, so let's go and head out for the bog. I'm trying to think. I think we're in a good position to be able to beat this spree encounter. I think we should be fine as long as the bloated doesn't come up at a bad time. And you can see like there's slightly different characters. When you encounter a spree encampment, it'll be a different spree in charge of it each time, which may matter because they might have different boons and different banes. You may have relationships with them already that affect things. I really like the way that the narrative of what you like, while the main plot is the same, the narrative of it is in some ways procedurally generated because of the relationships that you generate randomly with the different characters on different runs. We probably should do this the smart way rather than the violent way, because otherwise we might die. And we want a war story now while we still have a rigged coin, right? Get all that good stuff. And then the coin is still rigged, so this is also great. Well, that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to at the end there, but still, it's a pretty damn good turn. We dealt 20 damage. Yeah, our deck is not, our negotiation deck is not quite as tricky, but it does do a lot of damage. So we should play this. And then everything we have in our hand is actually already leveled up. Here we go. That's what I was doing. I was looking for one more card I could put some XP on. We probably don't need Foulmouth. Yeah, I'm gonna decline to take a new card. I think we built up a functional deck pretty quickly here. If we were to see a card that benefited from being discarded, I would take it in a heartbeat. But beyond that, I don't know that there's a lot we would take. Alright, so this thing again, yeah, we do our intimidation attempt, which we are actually very, very good at this time. Wow, okay, well, we're not going to be doing a lot this turn. Next turn is going to be great, though. Yeah, 6 charges of Intimidated is gonna make us blow up pretty seriously. Oh, or maybe we'll just not draw a lot of red cards. That could also happen. Well, we definitely want to rant. Am I allowed to just like discard killer? I guess that didn't really make a difference. We lost the damage to gain the damage there, is how that worked. And I'm not too worried about the money. We're going to end up with way more money than we need. Alright, well, we still have the 5 Intimidate charges. I think she's almost certainly dead on this this coming turn here, provided we draw anything red at all. And then, yeah. Wait. Play the rationale. I know it's costing us a small amount of money. Totally worth it. Alright, let's hope that we get... okay, that's fine. Sluggish rationale, that's a... draw a card versus 4 Composure. Honestly, like, a Plot 4 Composure is a good... That's a good enough card to be in the deck. I don't... One action for Apply 2 Composure feels terrible. This is okay, though. Maybe I'd rather have a card draw? Probably. I just want to get to my good red cards and use them a lot. And yeah, we definitely want to be drawing a card before discarding. Makes it easier for our gimmick to go off. Yep, and then we decline that stuff. It feels like maybe there's not enough cards that benefit from discarding in the pool, or maybe we've just gotten unlucky this run. I definitely feel like we saw more last time. We shouldn't just fight Kuga for no reason. Although, actually, if we do fight Kuga for no reason, that'll give us an opportunity to maybe get some of the bloat cards out of the deck. Actually, let's do that. I would love to not have those cards in the deck anymore by the time we're fighting real enemies. So let's discard Guerrilla Tactics, which I'm not going to waste on her. And then probably also Surge Coil. We're not going to get to any overcharge. You know what? I'm just going to discard the one card. I actually still like Surge Coil. Although we're probably not going to play it, because I'm going to use Bloated so that it's out of our deck. Okay. And then we just apply 2 burn. Seems okay. And this way we'll go to exactly enough defense to not take any damage here. And we did draw the other Bloated. She's going to hit me for 11 this turn? Really? Jeez. Well... You know what? I might just take it. And obviously, not all of it, but I might just take the lion's share of it to get rid of the other Bloated since we were given an opportunity to do so quickly. And we could use the combat drone to help us take her down since we are probably going to be able to secure all of the allies for the other fight. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's try to accelerate this. Try to take a little bit less damage here. All right, so we can burn. We can put a lot of burn on her. And then I guess we can just hunker down. Nothing else to do with our action. Just gonna hit the drone for a bunch. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. So is there a... I guess it doesn't really matter what order we do these things in. Right, because we don't spend the overcharge when we use Boosted Firestorm. Yeah. That feels pretty good. She's going to take 13 burn damage. Sorry, she's going to take 15 burn damage, and then she still has Scorched on, so this fight's basically already over. Like, we're not actually going to have to hit her. Oh, never mind. I wasn't even looking at the damage the drone was dealing. Yeah, she was actually dead that turn. That went okay. I maybe didn't actually have to use the, maybe didn't have to use the drone. 1 card for 6 damage. Posture might be a good idea. We actually have a couple of things that care about concentration now. Yeah, I'll take a posture. I'll never trust a grifter again, she says, while dead. Didn't we kill her? She's a little confused. It'll set in later. She's got like a Wile E. Coyote thing going on right now. She hasn't looked down yet. Alright, did you get the documents? Kuga wasn't too much trouble? Nah. Nah, I handled it. Kuga is an ex-bandit. Yeah, the less I know about that, the better. Here's your payment. Maybe the sweetest sentence in the English language. We have 509 shills. Well, we are certainly going to go buy that graft. And then we can kind of buy whatever we want. Negotiation graft. Give me that warding trinket. I gamble quite a lot. So we could still also get the parietal integrator, I suppose. Maybe that's a smart move. We only have 1 negotiation left, I think, but it's an important one. Yeah, sure. Let's also take... Right, because we don't have a good prepared deck. Man, this graft would have been amazing in our last deck. Yeah, I'll take that as well. Okay. You encounter Zambul, near paralyzed with fear by the side of the bog. There's something back there, lying in the bog. Something big. Big. And hiding. Maybe the swamp gas has gotten to you. No, really. I saw it after stumbling across this treasure buried in the mud. Right, treasure. So she's terrified, and also she doesn't care for me. But she's coming with us. Look, I'll come see what you're on about, but you're coming with me. We should be able to do this, right? So foot rationale is garbage. Under most circumstances, it's even worse now. Let's get rid of the non-red cards. Alright, War Story is not technically a red card, but a very good early play. Alright, and then let's do a huge amount of damage here. There's no reason to do anything other than just keep attacking like this, right? Yeah, that was a lot of damage. I think our last deck was more survivable. It was better in a theoretical infinite battle, but you don't have infinite battles, and this deck really does finish the fight, you know? Alright, I'm gonna do this for the jargon. There we go, that's what I was looking for. And that's excellent. Get the apprehensive out of here before we get into the negotiation that matters. This has been really effective as a way to these last couple of fights have been really effective as a way to get our deck in shape for the final encounter. Well, I guess let's flip the coin about 100 times here. There we go. Finally some damage. We didn't really draw all that many ways of hurting her, though. Ah, it's a shame. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, because we did manage to put together 5 resolve there, but I was really hoping we could just end the encounter. Well, I'm gonna rant. Just XP, you know? So we get to upgrade rant, which is... no, do we not? I thought we did. Yeah, we don't want any of this stuff. It's some kind of bug beast. I just clicked through that interaction because I'm getting so used to doing it now. We totally hadn't read that text. I should have stopped and read that. Well, I'm not going to shock it, at least not this turn. I might... We could go Induction Crank into Surge Coil into Boosted Firestorm here. Now, you know what? I'm gonna discard the Surge Coil. Because I think we just want to cause a big fire. So Induction Crank is actually quite a lot of total fire. We do this, and then we do that. So he's quite tough. Ignores any received damage less than 7, but this reduces by 1 when he's attacked. Okay, so we gotta wear him down a little bit. The good news is the fire is still totally going to work. It's a nice large fire. He's buffing himself, which is fine. We actually did not draw a hand that has many cards in it that I want to play here. Okay. Some charge off of this. And then... yeah, you know what? I'll give him the Heavy Cleaver. Why not? Alright, we're wearing down his carapace slowly. He's going to hit her so hard she immediately flees, because she is the coward of the year. Let's get some concentration here for those effects that want concentration. That's going to do real damage. Oh, 5 burn. Obviously 5 burn. It's a shame we can't get some Scorched on there to keep that stack rolling. Okay, so a couple turns of cowardice from our ally here. We are fully charged, so we'll get a Scorch out of this, but it's not really even that much damage. I mean, we may as well posture again. There we go. There's a good use for a Scorch charge. Oh, he's exposed his belly. That seems bad. All attacks do double damage, but he's going to hit me for 33. Well, this seems like maybe a good time to shovel. I wish we had a source of... I guess when we attack and we're going to draw some cards. We really, really want to find a... what do you call it? Oh, my brain. Scorched. We really want to find a Scorched here, because we're going to get a lot of fire onto him. I'm going to take a huge amount of damage here. So we probably want to shovel now. We need all that defense. And then we want to... We did draw a Scorch. Want to do a great big Firestorm for a lot. And we throw up some extra Scorch here, and then... So we're going to have 13... Jeez, it's still it's a lot of damage. But we're going to have 13 shield. Okay, she's decided she wants to fight again. Wasn't that nice of her? And we are no longer gaining XP. 12 damage. I'm confident we can put together 12 shields since we drew Induction Crank. We also could just Shock Core him. Still have 2 concentration. Yeah, we actually can't put together any more shield here. I'm not too happy about the amount of damage we've taken. I wasn't expecting a random encounter fight to be this hard. Yeah, maybe this is a shock situation. We built up enough shield that we're not going to take damage from it. And then we throw on a little bit more Brain Burn. That's still a lot of health. It's kind of incredible how much health it is, honestly. Let's ammo pouch. Yeah, Visionary Scour is probably what we want here. We do not have good cards right now. Alright. I was kind of hoping for something that was going to let me keep the Scorch going. We didn't draw any of our fire stuff at all. Let's go for... In 2 actions, we could do... I think we'll spend the rest of the Cleaver, just to get that bleed up as well. And then Crackle, maybe? Get a ton more charge, which we'll lose a significant portion of it, but... Yeah, it does keep our overcharge at 3 through the turn. Okay, so 52 health. We probably want to... Okay, so we want to Mantle first. Get that Scorch on there so that when we hit the boosted Firestorm, it hits hard. And then Induction Crank will get us most of the way toward not taking damage here. Yeah, it's not quite damageless, but it's close. She's a real fair weather ally here. Alright, he's at 39. We're getting there. Feels like that's probably a good move. We do like Enhanced Burner, Surge Coil, so I might want to Ammo Pouch instead of Brain Burn. And if we're going to Ammo Pouch, we do it first, of course. This is not awesome. I guess we do a Boosted Flow, gain some more Overcharge. And then we're doing even more damage with these attacks. Okay, we got there. That almost killed us. Yeah, that was an unexpected extra boss battle. Ooh, we got the Slated Carapace, though. That is potentially going to be very, very helpful. To upgrade our mantle. I think I want apply 4 burn and 1 scorched because we have the 2 boosted accelerants. And probably none of this stuff. The Cauterize isn't bad. Cauterize is really not bad. Yeah, let's take that. It's a fair amount of damage for a single action, and then the Scorched is nice icing on that cake. Well, Zembel is now indifferent toward us, despite the fact that we very nearly got her killed. I guess let's go back to the last stand and then consider whether to buy more food. I may have undone all my good work on those bloated cards. Yeah, you know about your rumors. Let's set out for the bog, and by set out for the bog, I mean talk to the bartender. I think we should probably buy at least 1 meal. Second one would take me back to 47. Thing is, I don't feel like we have enough battle card draw to just like ignore these. I think each one of these bloated cards is actually a big pain. And this battle wasn't that hard last time. But what are the odds that the bloated card is going to make me take 15 extra damage? This is probably positive value. It's almost certainly positive value. Yeah, okay, we do that, and then let's go and let's go on down to the bog. Let's go hunt a bug. I think this bog is in a slightly different location. Alright, we're going to need all the backup you can spare. So is it the same? Yeah, it looks like it's the same group. We're definitely not playing receive support on the first turn. I think I'll discard that as well. Okay, so... trying to figure out how I want to do this in terms of getting the jargon over to the left. I guess it doesn't much matter. Yeah, let's start with the grumble on you. We can discard reputation proceeding because it's already done everything it's going to do. Okay, that worked out the way it needed to work out. And we got our maximum damage even though we didn't have the correct coin or any influence. Okay, that's a problem. My gamble is actually pretty valuable to me. Well, I sure wish I had a rig here, because boosted Slugstorm would be amazing. Also, a way to draw a card right now would be really nice. Let's go for the Slugstorm. Okay, that's fantastic. Our influence is going to eat 3 damage, and we're going to take 1, which is totally fine by me. We should probably play Boosted Dig now. There's 12 cards left in the draw pile, which we have to exhaust before we could possibly get the battle-ending card again. It's a little much. We're probably going to end up gaining and then losing one of these companions. We would have to get pretty lucky not to have to reclaim any of them. Okay, the Strawman's a good sign. If the Strawman draws off attention, I think that works out very well for us. Because in a case like this, where there are 2 attacks at a thing, if the first attack kills it, the second attack goes to your core resolve, so she's not trying to undo our argument progress, which is all we really care about, I think. Let's start with you. I don't even really want Foot Rationale, I just didn't want the bonus damage up. And then... improvise a card. I'm trying to figure out how much it matters what we use Rant on. I think it's gonna be really hard for us to get more than 2 dominance off of Rant. We do have cards that are more expensive, but not many. Yeah, actually, do we even have cards that are more expensive in this deck? That might not even be true. Foot Rationale. I mean, if we were going to play a Rationale, it would be Foot Rationale, so let's discard this. I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to just set our coin to Snails here. Now, let's do Promoted Trickery instead. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I wanted. We're gonna rig to Snails, and then just pass the turn. Oh, interesting. Apparently it doesn't work that way anymore, because that attack definitely transferred off of the Strawman and onto our dominance. That's annoying. It doesn't matter a huge amount, probably. Or not onto our dominance, but onto our rigged coin flip, which is a shame, because we really could use that right now. Alright, what's... Mirrored Callets back there? We'll do this, we'll discard the kicker. Hey, look at that, we got to do it twice over the course of the battle. Or over the course of the entire run. Let's see if we can find Snails here. Snails would be really cool. Wow, rough, man. Okay, we have 2 actions left. Can we make this work? Yes, we absolutely can. we snag you. Then we receive support and get the hell out of here. No, I clicked on it to play it before it even said choose a card to discard. And then it took that as my discard. Okay, well that's not great. The good news is we can rifle through our deck pretty quickly thanks to the draw a card whenever you flip heads thing. So we're just gonna have to. Yeah, all of our progress. All of our progress. Two composure to each argument doesn't actually even do anything. Yeah, this sucks. That was a really bad thing that happened there. Okay, Strawman gets some cover, which is very important. All right, the dog's not that hard to win back. Okay, we got there. And without the appropriation, we can at least survive the attack here. So there's 5 cards left in the draw pile. We can definitely get into the cards that we lost. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take for the battle ender to show up again. Let's start by doing this. Get our boosted jargon going. And then visionary pleasantries. Show me support. Nope. Show me card draw. Still no receive support. Show me card draw. Okay, well, maybe we'll get it next time. We have managed to gain such an incredible amount of resolve here, or rather composure, that we are in no danger of taking any actual resolve damage, so that was nice. Am I about to set my coin to heads? I think I am. Just because it'll make me draw a card. And at this point, there is nothing more important than draw a card. Draw a card. Damn it. We don't have a way of... We do have a gamble. But probably the better thing to do is this. Just make sure we can't lose that support. So we're going to see the majority of the remaining cards in this opening hand. There we go. Let me play it. Jesus. We finally got out of there. Okay, I'm not taking anything. First of all, we know that we will not have another negotiation, and secondly, even if that wasn't the case, I still wouldn't take any of those cards. Alright, let's hope that we're ready for this. Wildfire's not going to be very good this turn, and neither is Kikoshe, which is a very good name for a card. Okay, this is fine. Get our concentration set up, I like that. Ammo pouch me a mark, or we can throw some burn up. This is one of those situations where I really wish we had a Scorch. So we'll just throw some extra mark up. We will have all of the charges forever. Alright, that was mostly a setup turn. We were not going to be able to get a lot of damage going. Now we can get some stuff going. So, what is the smartest way to do this? The 16 damage is coming from the Fleed Matron herself, and it would be cool if that didn't happen. So let's do this, and this. A bunch of burn is definitely going to help our cause. And I think instead of doing the induction crank, I think maybe we just guerrilla tactics so that stun doesn't occur. Or that 16 damage doesn't occur. So our allies are going to tend to be a little on the skittish side. We should do everything in our power to support them. Feels like Tiny Stinger followed by Spark Cannon Or maybe it's, you know what? Maybe it's Tiny Stinger, followed by something that applies Scorched. It was going to be Cauterize, but Boosted Mantle is definitely better. And then we just kill the Bloated. Let's just get this out of the deck. Yeah, because now our burn is going to do lethal to this guy and close to lethal to that guy. Which means that we are staying in Stingers. We just gotta keep throwing the Stingers. Alright, counterattack, also a problem. I should probably do this. Ignore small amounts of damage. And then do we just throw out a kick? Because that means I only get counterattacked once? I mean, this isn't actually an attack. Yeah, okay, it says when hit. I might be able to apply Boosted Accelerant without... Yeah, okay, cool. And then, do we want to do some damage and apply one more burn here? Doesn't feel strictly necessary. And I would just take 6 damage. I might just pass the turn. Just let all that counter fall off. Oh, that poor robot. Okay, an awful lot of damage was taken on both sides that particular round. I think we've got her though. I don't think she can handle this. I was kind of hoping we would draw Wildfire when there were actually other enemies out. So let's do that, and then Surge Coil's pretty good here. I think actually though it's maybe Crackle into Surge Coil. This is going to gain us 2 charge. So it puts a little bit less bonus damage on the Surge Coil than Posture does, but it also does 5 to 8 damage. Yeah, I like this this overcharge combat strategy. It's very, very damaging. We gotta get some more fire going here, though. We do not really have a way of doing that. Okay, so the majority of this damage is coming from the Fleet Queen herself. Throwing stuff out is not really going to help, except Shock Core. Shock Core is pretty good. What if instead of that, you didn't damage us all? This is exactly what we were saving the Shock Cores for. And then I'm going to burn the other Bloated, because we don't really have another good combat option at this point. Okay. So we have a burn. It's ammo pouch for... Sure, that's fine. So we do that, then we induction crank and then tracer round. Because overcharge is not spendable in this way, right? So we do have to crank first. And then that's 7 damage to each of the little guys from the fire, which means we'll get a stinger. And that's it. Fight's over. We actually don't even have to do anything. The burn will handle it. But why not? Yeah, those tiny stingers are incredibly useful tools. You know what? You guys have at it. It looks like you're having fun. Yeah, it was a different strategy. I will say that, like, playing aggressively with him, playing aggressively and deeply murderously with him, doesn't feel as cool as it does with Sal. I think Sal just has some slightly better mechanics for dealing with the thing that it does to your negotiations. Then again, maybe it's the case that the penalty to negotiations from being a murderer should be greater than it is with Sal. Alright, we get a graft thing, but it doesn't matter because the thing's over. You know, all this stuff is in for when the rest of the days exist. So this current build only has 2 days of Rook's story. I believe Sal's story is 5 days, so I would not be surprised if his ended up being about the same length. So hopefully, if you had never heard of Griftlands before, this gives you a pretty good idea of what the final build will offer in terms of like total gameplay. There are going to be 3 characters. There's an awful lot of stuff to unlock to make runs different from one another. It looks narrative in a way that could maybe be a little bit misleading, but it really is a run-based card roguelite thing. It's just got a lot of RPG trappings on it as well. So what do we get here? Spend 2 influence to gain 3 dominance. That's interesting if you were going for sort of a mixed strategy. Spend up to 2 influence to rig 2 heads per influence spent. That card's awesome. Spend all dominance and influence and gamble once for each stack spent. That's cool. Apply 4 defense and also 4 counter. Do 2 bonus damage and hit all, so 5 damage to all enemies for 1 action if you are fully charged. And honestly, like 3 damage for 1 action in other circumstances isn't that bad. Unlocked our 2nd prestige, which does I know not what. Let's have a quick look here. Prestige 2 with this guy would... Opponent arguments start with more resolve. Okay, that's not so bad. You can see the 3rd character is a Kradeshi. I have no idea when he will be out or when the rest of Rook and Sal's stuff will be in, because I think the game doesn't release until late 2020. But hopefully this has been an interesting and entertaining look at what they have right now in the Griftlands. I think this game is totally awesome. Hopefully some of you do too. Thank you all so much for taking this little journey with me, and come back next time, some other day, for some other stuff. We'll see you then.